Hello everyone. Today we will present a presentation for you that consists of a single method of hacking a Wi-Fi connection that consists of Kali Linux and brute force attack. In this attack, we will capture a encrypted Wi-Fi password, then we will try to decrypt it using a profile text file. So before using this method, please read this slide carefully and try to understand it. Then let's begin. So in this presentation we will talk about these topics, okay? Introduction to Kali Linux and brute force attack. Why do we need to hack a Wi-Fi? How to hack a Wi-Fi? Then what do we actually need to hack a Wi-Fi? So as the first topic we are introducing Kali Linux. What is Kali Linux? Actually, when I was using Backtrack back in the days, in early 2012, we had a Backtrack version of this Kali Linux. It was an older version. So Kali Linux is the new or improved version of Backtrack. Okay, here we have an improved like interfaces. Okay, we have new designs, new ways, new algorithms to compile, and all of those things. And we have some points here that we are not talking about really. You just have to read it and understand it by yourself. It's multi-language, free, and easy to use, like faster, new plugins, new things that you can usually do. In this case, I'm using Kali Linux to run my codes like Airborne Energy, Air Replay, Aircrack, all those things to hack the Wi-Fi. So I'm using this Kali Linux as a base, like an OS, a software OS, like the main base of software. Then we will talk about brute force. What is actually brute force? Brute force is trying out all the possibilities of something, for example, combination of numbers and the alphabets together, then comparing them with the decrypted password that we have gotten from the handshake. Actually, we are going to talk about handshake after a while in the codes, actually, okay? Then we will try to compare them until we will find the actual text password that we need. And what we need actually depends on the method or the goal that we want to achieve. Okay, so this goal can take a while. Like sometimes the password is really long and consists of all the different types of symbols, alphabets, and capital, small, big numbers, small numbers. That really actually depends on the password. Then the performance of the computer that we are running the decryption method on. Why do we hack a Wi-Fi? Okay, the idea or the ambition or the goal or anything behind the hacking is not known sometimes. Why? Because we don't know the hacker, so we don't know the reason, we don't know the purpose why he is hacking something. Okay, sometimes maybe he's hacking a classified information or users information, private information, government information, any kinds of information or knowledge actually. Okay, sometimes even in a specific company, okay, the user or the customer of that company can hack the main network or the main server for a specific reason. Okay, so we cannot specify why do a hacker hacks a server or a network connection. Okay, so sometimes the answer to this question can only be expectations. Okay, why do we say this? Because as I said, we don't know the hacker. So if you don't know the hacker, you don't know what he's capable of, what he needs, what is his goal. Okay, but we have some points here. Sometimes the hacker hacks something for stealing or leaking information, disrupting a particular service, for example, DDoSing. Okay, sometimes for tracking, spoofing. Okay, blackmailing someone, spamming someone with different questions. Sometimes even for classified operations like killing someone, okay, terrorist operations and political activism and like a lot of other reasons actually, and even sometimes just for fun. How to hack? Okay, the main reason of this presentation is hacking a Wi-Fi connection, but we cannot like explain all the ways or methods of hacking because there's a lots of methods of hacking. Okay, some of them are really classified or only someone specific knows it. Okay, and here we are only talking about hacking a Wi-Fi connection by using the brute force method in Kali Linux. So in this presentation we are explaining 3 steps that you can apply to hack a Wi-Fi connection. The first one is in installing Kali Linux. Okay, we are not talking about that. The second step is configuring external network card. Okay, that's the external network card that is used for monitoring or capturing or watching or showing the connections that are going through our network card. Okay, and the third step is actually the coding and the actual practical thing which we can do for hacking a Wi-Fi connection, which we will show you next. And now we are talking about these different network external cards. Okay, why do we need these cards? Actually, we need these cards to monitor the ongoing network traffics that are close to this specific network card. Which I'm using here is the alpha network card. You can use any of them actually. It is just for capturing the ongoing network connection, as I said previously. Okay, you can use this for capturing that and getting the encrypted password file. Then we can decrypt it using the methods, okay, in brute force attack. So you will have to buy one of these if you don't already have one. And we should know that they're all just a simple network card which are capturing a network wireless connection. Now when we connect these network external adapters, we have to configure them in the virtual machine. For example, the VMware workstation that we have right here. Okay, when we connect the adapter and configure it using the driver configuration, okay, softwares, we go to VMware workstation, then click on the Kali Linux version that we have. Like there's a name for that virtual Kali Linux that we have created and configured before. Just one click on it to activate it on the panel. Then go to the orange button, which is setting. This will open up a new window for you, which consists of lots of panels. One of them is actually the USB panel. You click on that panel, then add the network external adapter by clicking on the number 4 arrow here on the plus, the green plus button. Then you will then it will open up a collection of some adapters. Then you click on your adapter, the name of the adapter that you have. After the driver configuration, you will see that name, and you click on that. Then it will activate it for you. Now you can use that actual adapter on your Kali Linux or any virtual Windows or Linux you have. Then just click OK and open up the Kali Linux. Now we are talking about the coding part. As the first step, we are going to talk about the ifconfig. We type this command to see if the adapter that we have connected, the external network adapter that we have connected, is already running and going. That if it's good to go, then we write the second command. Okay. How we can see this adapter? How we know it's okay to go? If only we can see the WLAN 0 on the ifconfig options. Okay, when we run the ifconfig, we should see the WLAN 0 as a network adapter that is currently working and running, and we're good to go. Then we will type mkdircap and cat or touch file. What do we mean by this? We have to create a directory and a text file in the desktop. The file is for backing up, for saving the text and the number or the symbols that we need to decrypt the encrypted password file. Okay, why do we need the directory? We have to save that encrypted password from the handshake where we are getting it from the network card. Okay, so that's why we have to create a directory to save the encrypted password. Then we have to create a pass.txt file to actually save the number or the symbol or the alphabets for decrypting that password. After that, we are typing irmon-ng start WLAN 0. Okay, why do we type this? We type this to enter the network external card to monitoring mode, which is capturing the ongoing or the nearby Wi-Fi connections. Why do we need this? Because we need to capture them to show them later on, to capture the MAC address, the channel number. Why do we need this? Because we want to get the decrypted password. Then we have the fourth part, which is typing irodom-ng WLAN 01. Okay, why do we type this code? We type this code because we want to rename the WLAN 0 till mon. Okay, and here when we type this, we will see or show the MAC address, the channel number, the ID of the network Wi-Fi connections that we need to hack, or we just only see what is nearby or what is close to our network external card. Okay, so at this case we have the IQ as a 2.4 gigahertz, okay, which is the IQ, the normal IQ modem, the modems that we have, okay, which is in this case the third MAC address. Okay, we need that MAC address. Why do we need it? Later on you will see that. And then we have the fifth part of the coding, which is typing a code to capture and spoof on the MAC address to save the encrypted password to a directory, which we will type a code to actually get and capture that encrypted password and save it in a file. Okay, save it as a file in a directory which we have created before under the name of cap. So we have a directory cap and we are saving the encrypted file, the encrypted password file in that directory, then we are using it later on. So now we will need to copy the MAC address and use it for the next, which is this code actually. This code is consisting of BSS ID, the MAC address, then the channel number, then the writing privilege to write the encrypted password inside the directory cap that we have created. Okay, then after that at the end the name of the external network card. Okay, after that we will write this code, which is the iReplay ng0, the number of authentication times. The authentication times is really needed for getting the handshake opportunity access point. Okay, then the name of the network card external adapter. We need to increase that number 4 to 100, 200, or whatever number that we need until we get the handshake access point, which is for getting the encrypted password file. After getting the handshake, we will have the encrypted password file in our directory, which is cap. Then we have to go to desktop and rename that file to a.cap. Why do we need that? We need to make it easier for our decryption code to find this file. And as you can see in the next step, we can do the. Then we have to write this line of code, aircrack ng, the destination of the encrypted password file. Then W for brute forcing privilege, then the destination of the backup file, which consists of the numbers, symbols, and alphabets for decrypting the password file, which is encrypted. The final and the result step is the cracking method. So this method can actually take months to years to actually decades if you have a really slow computer. Because this step is really depends on the computer performance that you're running the decryption method on, and the password complexity. Okay, the password complexity depends on the user, actually the Wi-Fi user, the admin of the network, the Wi-Fi connection. Okay, so this method can take actually a while. Okay, that's why this method is not really that useful if you don't know the Wi-Fi owner, the administrator, the profile, numbers, symbols, alphabets, what you need to type actually, because you have to be really specific on writing those things, because you want to hack or crack that encrypted password as soon as possible. If you don't really have any idea about that encrypted password can be, you cannot really do anything about it, or you cannot even have a profile that can consist of the password digits. So good luck with that, and guys, contact me whenever you want or whenever you have problem. Yours seriously, Muhammed Ghareeb. Please do not use this for personal use or illegal actions. Any harm or illegal action or even legal action taken against you, I'm not responsible for it. I'm sorry. I really hope that I have helped you at something and you have learned something from me. Have fun. Goodbye, guys.